Hey there, it's Katrina Sawa here, the Jumpstart Your Biz Coach with jumpstartyourmarketing.com. And this is a quick business video tip for you. I'm really excited. This is the week of my live event. This year I held 2 live events here in Sacramento, 2015. But next year I'm holding 4 live events. So I'm super excited because this week I get to unveil the plan for next year's events. And so be watching my event website. It's too late to come to this event. We're already sold out and I closed registration the week before. But you can definitely check back in the next couple weeks at livebigevents.com, livebigevents.com, for upcoming events for 2016. We're going to do ones on love and money and how to become a speaker and more on the marketing, of course. So stay tuned. Make sure you're also getting my email newsletter, because obviously I will be sharing what about my events and giving deals to people on my email newsletter. But the tip I want to share with you today is a continuation of a series I was running from a conference I was at towards the end of October, and it's One Life Fully Lived. And I can't even say enough good things about this conference. They're a nonprofit organization, and I'm actually going to utilize them in some of my charitable donations for next year, and so I'm really excited to be a partner. But I was on the panel for the Women Run Business, and in last week's video, I shared some of the biggest challenges that I had. I thought it was going to be fun to share the questions that they asked me that we shared on the panel, so you can get some insight into running your own business or what I've done and what not to do, etc. So one of the questions that came up was, what have I learned about marketing to my list and in my business? What have I learned about marketing? What's really important to know about marketing? In the last 13 years, the biggest thing I've learned, I didn't really learn it, I knew it, and it's consistency. That's one of the main things about marketing, is if you're not consistent, your lead generation is gonna dip, your sales are gonna dip. But to keep the constant sales flow that you want and the cash flow that you want coming in, you cannot stop marketing. You have to consistently do revenue generating activities that you need to in order to bring in those quality leads every single month, and then funnel them through a follow-up system and a sales process to get them to purchase whatever the next thing is that you want them to take. So the consistency is one of the things that's hugely important. So if you don't have a consistent plan and you're just haphazardly marketing, you're gonna be all over the board with your revenue for a long time unless you get a plan in place. Seriously, like, come to one of my events or take one of my classes or come talk to me, because I will tell you exactly the things you need to be doing every single week or every day or every month in your business for revenue generating activities so that you can keep that consistent cash flow going. And then the other thing is, be everywhere all the time. You have to be in people's email inboxes, in their Facebook messages, in their LinkedIn, in their Twitter feed. You have to be in their mailbox. Yes, their mailbox out front, in front of their house. You have to be, because you'll get carried in with the mail, right? And then they'll have to look at you. You have to be in their voicemail messages on their phone, or even and all over the social media. So you have to be everywhere. You can't just ignore a lot of these different scenarios. You have to kind of figure out how to do them all. And so figuring out the time management on how to do all of that, and the systems and automation that can make it run faster and get more done and reach more people is critical these days. With all the internet and the social media that we have available to us, your prospects are just moving too fast. They've got too many things to check. They've got their cell phone, their laptop, their PDA, their desktop. They've got their Facebook, their LinkedIn box. I mean, we're checking too many different places. So they're not seeing most of the stuff you're sending. So consistency and being everywhere are 2 very important things about marketing. One of the other questions I was asked was, how important is it to have a very clear vision in what you're doing? And I tell you, if you don't have a clear vision of where you're going, it's going to be hard to really get there. because you're going to be just looking at day to day, what do you need to do to make a sale or get a client, rather than a strategic process and goal setting and accountability to reach those goals and accomplish those goals. And you're not going to procrastinate when you have that big vision on hand. And maybe you have a vision board that you've created. I have one over here. I'd bring it down, but everything would fall off right now. But if you had a vision board, the things that you want to create, put that in front of you. If you want to make a vision video, do that. Whatever is going to keep that big, clear vision on top of mind. And that could be that in 10 years, you want to be traveling all over the world because your kids are going to be out of the house. Or you want to build a center for health and healing in a foreign country, and you want to make sure you do that in 10 years, where you better get on the ball, right? Because that kind of stuff takes funding. So you got to make money in your business. And so we got to focus on making money in your business to fund your mission or whatever it is. So having that clear vision in your why of why you're doing the business will help you make those follow-up phone calls every day and help you get the email marketing out or do the social media or go to the networking event. The things you need to be doing every day, obviously, in your business or every week. So those are just a couple more questions that I was able to answer on this panel. And it's just, and another thing about the clear vision is you want to have a vision personally and professionally. So, every year we want to have, Jason and I want to take 2 7-day vacations every year minimum, because we have a new travel membership now. And so it just doesn't make sense not to take vacation because it's so inexpensive. So we just have to sit down the year prior and plot out where we want to go for next year, right? And so that is something we're going to plot in before the year is out so that we know where we're going next year every year. Just an FYI. So don't wait until the last minute to see if you can squeeze in a vacation, and don't wait to see if you can afford a vacation. If you want a vacation with your spouse or your family or even a girlfriend's or whatever, then you need to put it in the calendar and you need to put some deposits down, buy some airfare and get yourself locked into those vacations, and then go figure out how to make more money to afford them. Don't just wait until you can afford them to go book them, because they may never happen. It took me like 6-7 years to have a vacation, and no more will that happen. So that's another thing about vision. But hopefully this was helpful. I would love to talk to anybody if you're looking to really build a business around the kind of life you want to live. And, I'm all about putting more love in your life and money in your business. And I have a Live Big Mastermind program I'm launching at my event this week. Well, I'm not launching it. I'm relaunching it. I've been doing it since 2009. And there's some really great women and in this group. We take men too, by the way, but just, we've only had women at this point. And it's really about working on your business all year long and having that constant course correction available by me, for me to help support you and show you which path to take and which decision to make and which mistake not to do, or whatever it is. It's one-on-one with me. It's group work. It's live events. It's amazing. It's an amazing group. I've been in masterminds of my own since 2006, and I would not be where I am today in my business. And it takes a lot of effort and a lot of resources and a lot of training to know what to do to really grow a successful business. And so that's what the Live Big Mastermind's all about. I'd love to have you join us. You can look at livebigmastermind.com, livebigmastermind.com. There's a video there, and it shows you everything you get. And then if you're interested in having a call with me, it's totally free. Just put your name and email in there and send it off, and I will contact you to schedule a quick call to see if it's a good fit for you or for me, okay? Because we don't take everybody. But it could be your next step if you're really looking to take charge of your business and design it around the kind of life you want to live. So I'd love to invite you to the Live Big Mastermind or have a call with me, and we can discuss it, okay? Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.